Hi gang, this video and video clips are going to be about the first phase of the workout. We're discussing this piece of paper, which is part of what you were just emailed, and primarily describing the 3 workouts that you'll do in the first phase. Alright, so it's really important that you print this stuff out, put it in a 3-ring binder, mark on your calendar either that you've done the workout or what you've done in the workout, and as I put in this piece of paper, you'll text or email this to BJ at the end of the 4 weeks. The dates are on there. So without further ado, let's get into what your workout looks like Monday. Alright, so on Monday, as you can see here, the first part of your Monday workout is your power workout if you choose to do it first. You could also do it second. But you have 3 exercises that you will do 4 times through. You'll do push-ups for 40 seconds on and 20 seconds off, lunges 40 seconds on, 20 off, V-ups 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, and then you'll repeat that 4 times. So it basically is 12 minutes. So let's look at a demonstration of what I'm looking for. Okay, if we watch Toby doing push-ups, what I'm looking for is correct form. Plank position, all the way down and all the way up. What I'm concerned about is good form. I would rather have you learn and do 10 to begin with, or 6 to begin with, and work your way up to 20 or 22 or 24 in 40 seconds, rather than trying to pump out a bunch in bad form. Once Toby gets tired, if he can't go the whole 40 seconds, he can put his knees down. He can put his knees down, keeping his butt straight, not up. He can still do as many more as he can to fulfill the 40 seconds. If over the couple of weeks it gets to be too easy, he can find a park bench or a chair or something, put his feet higher than his shoulders, and do them that way. You can do far fewer this way and still then start over and try to work your way up. So you'll do that for 40 seconds and then you'll move to lunges. If you watch Toby, he's going to do a moving, walking lunge where he puts his back knee down, takes a big step, and he'll go out for 20 seconds, let's just say, and then turn around and come back for 20 seconds and try to time it that way. He could have his phone in his hand, so he's watching his timer go. Same thing with the push-ups, so he's just timing himself. You have to time yourself on your watch or on your phone. If that gets to be too easy over time, the next step would be split squat jumps. It's the same form, but he's standing in one spot. He's using his arms. Okay, use your arms there. There you go. He's using his arms to keep balance. And then he can make it harder by jumping higher. Watching out for not to wrench his knee, but he'll get better at balance and better at power. And you'll do that for 40 seconds. When you're done with that, you rest 20 seconds and you move to V-ups. And if you watch Toby, he's doing them nice and slow and even. Again, I'm not looking for you to do 40 in 40 seconds. I'm looking for the form to be good. You reach your hands as high and your feet as far away from each other as you can, and you meet shoulders and knees in the middle. He's doing all the work with his abs. If he gets tired, you could have a tendency to start throwing things like momentum-wise, where he is now just not really using his abs at all. And so just make sure you concentrate, slow it down. And that would be the third 40 seconds. Then you take a rest and you start all over again. All right, so we just completed the power part of the workout. You could do that first or second, either way. The run part of the workout is fairly simple as well. It's called the sprint ladder on Mondays or whichever day you decide to work out. We do it across the soccer field. The women run 50 yards out and back. The men run 60 yards out and back, but separated. So you're working on a 30-second clock. So you're going to start at the top of the minute and run across and then come back on the bottom of the minute at 30 seconds. 0, 30, 0, 30. You'll sprint when you want to start your clock. You'll sprint out at about 90%, 95% within control until you get across. Should take you about 7 seconds or so, 6 or 7 seconds. You'll have the remainder of the 30 seconds to rest, and then at the bottom, at the 30-second mark, you'll go back across as hard as you can. Okay? Then you'll start at the top of the minute again, all the way across, and then you'll go all the way back at the bottom of the minute. You'll rest the remainder of whatever you have left in the 30 seconds. Carry your phone with you or have a sports watch with a stopwatch on it on you, and you can keep track of where you're at. You want to work toward 10 minutes or 20 sprints, or past that if you can get past it, or up to it if you're not quite there yet. We will modify that when we get into the second phase to start adding sprints and decreasing the rest time. But for now, it's 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. You'll sprint about 7, rest about 23 on each one. And that's your workout. Then on Wednesday, or 2 days later from whenever you normally work out, we will do a different power workout. Again, 3 exercises, 40 seconds on, 20 off, 4 times through for 12 minutes. The first exercise is double burpees. The second one is a side plank. The third one is a side plank, and then you do the same 3-4 times through, and we'll have Toby demonstrate those now. All right, so the first exercise is double burpees. It's just doing 2 push-ups and 2 squats. If you notice, his form is very good. His butt is down. His feet are outside of his hands. Very good form. He could get real sloppy and throw himself everywhere where he's not really keeping his back straight, on his toes, he's not jumping, and his hands are all over the place. So instead, we want his hands outside, or feet outside the hands, and for him to jump as high as he possibly can out of a deep squat. Up, up, good. All right, that's the double burpees. You'll do that for 40 seconds. Okay, and the second and third exercises are side planks. What Toby is doing is a static side plank. So in the beginning, if you can't advance, start like this. He's just trying to hold his body in as straight a position as possible. Once he's adept at this, he can move to moving side planks. And what he's doing is turning his trunk at the hips and at the shoulders and opening up. And that'll, again, slow movements are better than quick movements. Try to do this for 40 seconds, and then all you'll do is rest for 20, and then flip sides and do 40 more seconds. Start over again with burpees, and that's your Wednesday power workout. Okay, so on Wednesday, after you do your power, you could also do it before, we'll do a Cooper run. A Cooper, the way we will test it when you're here, is to run as far as you can for 12 minutes on a high school or college track. And we count the number of laps plus the number of yards that you do, and when we run it together, there's a clear indicator as to who is ahead and or behind whom. Okay? The way you can do this at home, you can either do it this way also at home, or to make it a little bit more fun, you could run it in your neighborhood, leaving your house on a nice easy jog of some kind to warm up and stretch or whatever. Then you get to some sort of landmark, the post office, a gas station, a big old tree, or whatever it is. And at that point, start your real Cooper run. You run as hard as you can for 6 minutes through the neighborhood, twists and turns, whatever route you want to take, until you reach 6 minutes. Kind of make a mental note of, the White House or the greenhouse or the tree or the mailbox or whatever, and then in the remaining 6 minutes try to get back to this point, and then from here you can slow down, easy jog, or walk home. Okay? Your goal each week on Wednesday is to either on a track get a little bit further than you did the last time, 5 laps or 6 laps or 8 laps plus a little bit, or in the neighborhood, try to run a little bit further and then turn around, and the next time a little bit further and turn around, and the next time a little bit further, making a mental note on your calendar what that landmark is until you turn around. Your goal is to, blow by this mark in the 4th or 6th or 8th week, with a minute or 2 left before you can turn around and come back, just marking and noting your progress. You can do the run first and the power second, or the power first and the run second, whichever way you want to do, and that's your Wednesday workout. All right, your Friday workout, the power part, will be the same as Monday. So you can go back to the screen that you have on this video for Monday and kind of figure out what you got to do there. And again, you can do power first and run second, or run first and power second. The run on Friday is a sprint shuttle. And what that is a 20-yard marker. The men actually run 21 yards and back. The women run 19 yards and back. Okay? And we work on a 15-second clock. That means you run at 0, 15, 30, and 45. It only takes about 10 seconds to go out and back if you're sprinting at about 80% or a little bit better, out and back. But then you only have about 5 seconds to rest, and it's hot and heavy. It keeps going. You'll repeat that 4 times per minute for, if you can work your way there eventually, 10 minutes. If you can get to 10 minutes, add another one for 10 minutes and 15 seconds, 10 minutes and 30 seconds, 11 minutes, and so on. We will modify and add some challenges when we get to phase 2, but again, it's really important that you mark out an area either on your high school field or in a park or somewhere that's about 19 to 21 yards in there, and you're going to, again, over time, try to get better and better. If you're not quite there yet, and you can do like 6 or 8 or 10 in a row, then you got to take one off. Just note that in your calendar and try to get better and better and better. By the end of 4 weeks, hopefully you'll be to where you can do all 10 minutes without stopping. And that's your Friday workout. All right, so in closing, this first phase of our very important summer is your starting point. Don't be fooled by the simplicity of this workout. It's simple, but you have to do it very intensely, and you have to do it consistently. So the number one thing you can do for yourself this summer is to get fit, to work out. You're not going to become a better or worse soccer player in these next 12 weeks, but you can either show us everything you've got or leave it covered up by poor fitness. Do this, I kid you not. The second thing is record your progress. Even just marking an X on your calendar on the days that you do your workout helps you build a chain of consistency that helps you look at and stay motivated at what you're doing. Record that progress. You can even modify that workout. If you wanted to just do sprint shuttles, or you just wanted to do the 50 or 60 yard shuttles, or modify it and just do burpees or whatever it is, as long as you're doing something consistently, it's better than doing a big, huge workout very inconsistently. Your responsibility is to be ready for the preseason, but again, working out simple, intense, and consistently, and recording that on your calendar is very important. Like I said, you'll email or text a picture of your first 4 weeks to BJ on that June 11th date, and then you'll bring the whole thing with you at preseason for us to kind of go over in your first couple individual meetings. Step 3 here is a very important part. It's also an attachment on your email that you just got. It's a 7-page book that most of our players don't realize cause most of their problems when they're here. It's all about the attitude and emotional person that you will be on our team. Are you mentally tough enough? Are you mentally strong enough to be in this program? It talks about your outlook in the program. It talks about the reasons why you're here. It talks about your mental strength, who you're going to hang out with when you're here, the people that you're going to surround yourself with, and the attitude that you're going to have. There's a page a day. Monday read Monday, Tuesday read Tuesday, and so forth and so on. And then there's a short little place for you just to put down 3 or 4 words or a phrase or a sentence. And you'll read that 7 days a week, 12 weeks for the year. You'll come back here, and then we will process that. The dates actually go into the season of ways where we will talk about the 7 real habits that we need you to have in this program. Most players underestimate the importance of this book, and those are the ones who end up not understanding why they're not playing more, why they don't get it, why they're not what they want to be. Okay? So, in closing, be ready for preseason. You need to be fit, number one. I've told you that already. It's really important that you're fit. We cannot tell who you are if you're not fit. If you are a great player but not fit, you will sit here. So make sure you're fit. The second thing is have a great attitude. However you come in, whatever role you're given in the beginning, it's important that you make the best of that role. If the role isn't quite what you want, the worst thing to do is have a bad attitude about it. It just gets you spiraling in the wrong direction. Be determined to be the best player you can and let the chips fall where they may. That's the attitude to have. And lastly, bring your completed calendar and book. We're going to sit down in individual meetings during the preseason and decide whether you really know why you're here or not. This preseason makes you or breaks you. okay? So get a good start this first 4 weeks. We will email you more information for the second phase as it gets going. There's some additional information attached to this email about equipment and sizing and ordering and fundraising and some other things. Pay special attention to those, including all the different dashboard items that you have. We wish you a productive but fun summer. Have fun, but do this consistently 3 days a week at least. It'll get to be more as the summer goes on. You'll probably be doing 6 days a week by the end of the summer. We'll have a little tapering week, the last week that before you get here. We'll kind of cut it down to some very easy things for a week so that your body will be ready for the additional work that's going to be placed on you in preseason. I don't want to make it sound like it's the worst thing in the world, but if you are prepared, preseason can be fun. If you're not prepared, it can be not so fun. So again, have a great summer. If you have any questions, both mine and BJ's information is on this accompanying letter. You can get a hold of either of us at any time, and we would love to help you get through the summer. Enjoy yourself, and we'll see you on August 6th.